Is he going to talk to Mr. Bendella?
¿Va a hablar con el señor Bendella?
Probablemente.
Probably.
What does he hope to talk about?
¿Qué va a hablar? ¿De qué?
Del tiempo.
He said he's going to talk about the weather.
Hope there's better weather than they have in Ireland.
It's 50 years ago this year that the Cuban revolutionary leader Che Guevara made a surprise visit to the County Clare town of Kilkee. It was a visit that inspired an iconic poster which has covered hundreds of thousands of walls in the half-century since.
Probablemente.
Probably.
What does he hope to talk about?
¿Qué va a hablar? ¿De qué?
Del tiempo.
He said he's going to talk about the weather.
Hope there's better weather than they have in Ireland.
Che Guevara's famous image is adoring the walls and windows of the seaside town of Kilkee this weekend as they remember the famous Latin American revolutionary who in 1961 made an unplanned visit to the town.
Che Guevara was here in September 1961. He was with an entourage of about 30 people. They were on their way from Prague to Havana and they had a compulsory stopover in Shannon. And they were fog-bound. The plane couldn't take off again. So they asked a local coach driver where would be a nice place to go. And instead of going right to Limerick, they decided they'd come left to Kilkee.
He was a major figure for social change in Guatemala and Mexico and a leading figure in the Cuban Revolution. In Kilkee, he and his party stayed in the Strand Hotel, overlooking the Atlantic, where they all signed the register, Che signing an alias because of his wanted status. One man who did recognise him that September night 50 years ago was artist Jim Fitzpatrick, who later went on to create the famous Che poster, now known all over the world as a symbol of revolution and freedom.
He walked into the bar I was working at, the Marine in Kilkee. I mean, he didn't look like the usual punter. He was very, very different.
This is the original artwork, that's it there. And since it's not a secret anymore, that F is my hidden logo. That makes it very difficult for anybody to prove I didn't do it. So I'm very proud of it. It's fulfilled its purpose. And its purpose was not to glorify me, it was to make a statement of outrage at the murder of Che Guevara and to make sure his memory was kept.
What does he hope to talk about?
¿Qué va a hablar? ¿De qué?
Del tiempo.
He said he's going to talk about the weather.
Before I pop my clogs, I would like to make sure that this image and the copyright and all rights to it are given to the right people, and they have to be given to the Guevara family and the people of Cuba.
He was a major figure for social change in Guatemala and Mexico and a leading figure in the Cuban Revolution.
50 years ago this year that the Cuban revolutionary leader Che Guevara made a surprise visit to the County Clare town of Kilkee. It was a visit that inspired an iconic poster which has covered hundreds of thousands of walls in the half-century since.
Probablemente.
What does he hope to talk about?
¿Qué va a hablar? ¿De qué?
Del tiempo.
He said he's going to talk about the weather.
Hope there's better weather than they have in Ireland.
He was a major figure for social change in Guatemala and Mexico and a leading figure in the Cuban Revolution. He was a major figure for social